Hi everyone. Right, I thought I'd come along and show my charity buys today. Now, you'll know, Julie and I go in the charity shops a lot, and because I can pick up some really good bargains, I have done in the past and passed on. Still, what I pay for it, if I buy in a charity shop, I only ever sell it for what I pay for it, because they're charging enough as it is. Now, I'm not against charities at all. I have my moans about them because when you read up all the information on charities, between, I think it's 25, I don't know how many charities we have in this country alone, but there's thousands, hundreds of them. And they raise billions, not millions, billions a year for charity. But we all know that that never goes where it's supposed to go. And if it did, we wouldn't need them today because people would be sorted. But many countries that when the money goes abroad are no better off now than what they were 10 years ago. We all know that. It's the fact. So we need to think, or we need to fight back, because like the video I've just put up, and the conversations I've had today with shop owner, managers, I'm never afraid to go in and say anything to them. Or I mean, my question today to most of them was, who prices them up? Who prices your items up? And it was the same answer, no matter whether it was Oxfam, Sue Ryder, or whatever. They all came back with the same answers, and that was, they have people going in and assessing an item. People do research for them on the internet and assess the item, and then they charge accordingly. Please, please, please remember, this is not what a charity was set up for. Charity shops were set up for, initially, for the poor people of your town or village to be able to go in and buy things that you couldn't afford in the high street. So when things were finished, they were, given to the charity shop so that the poorer people could afford to buy them. And that was the whole point of it. Today, and there's a couple of links I've put up, please run along and see the links on the other video. There's conversations where people are talking about their charity shops, their local ones, and they're telling you what they see, what they've found. And it's like going in today, and many of them are colour coordinated. They sell brand new things in, not just on a rail or a rack or a shelf. They're like whole sections to brand new things. That is not anything to do with, to me, it's nothing to do with charity. They also, all the prices have doubled in the last 6 months. And you're talking to somebody who actually goes in the charity shops every single week. Julie and I go every single week. I sometimes go 2 or 3 times a week because I keep my eye open on my local ones as well. And the prices have shot up. Not all of them do it, but many of them do. And if you read the comments on the first video link that I give you, the first link, you'll see what people are saying. They're almost charging as much as what they are to buy brand new. And that isn't what, it's not what they were about. We all know and understand that when charity people are earning the money as much as possible, and they do have to earn as much as possible to help the causes that they support and the people that they support. But we have to remember also that it was initially done for the poor, and we still today have the same amount of poor, if not more. And I'll tell you that now for a fact. I worked in a school. You know that we see many kids have never been on a train, never been on a coach, they've never been to the seaside. So poor is still about. And I still think they need to have a good long look, because Julie and I always observe when we go into these shops what other people do, and many, many times they do this, and it happens all the time. They go like that. That's lost a sale. I would much rather somebody come into my charity shop, pick that and go, wow, I'll have that, and I've earned some, got some money for my bosses or whatever you want to say. But it doesn't happen like that. And I know when I asked today, about the prices, and the woman said to me, well, it's for the poor and we send a lot of money abroad. And I said, yes, but charity begins at home, and these stores were originally opened to help the poor of your own village or town. Oh, were they? Well, that's not good enough. And there's no, why? They're gonna lose custom because many people walk out. Over the years, and I have to say, over the years, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of pounds in charities. And I go in there for a different reason. I'm not going because I need to wear something, I need an item of clothing. I do it because I alter things and I, you know, change things, and I buy things that I think other people might like, and I sell them for what I pay for them. That's nothing to do with it. It's just the fact that they're well overcharging. And we might as well go next door to their high street shop and pay an extra couple of quid for a brand new one. I mean, these people, if you read their comments, they're looking, you know, they're buying second-hand shoes that obviously got a little bit of wear left in them. That's why they want to buy them, and it'll do them for so long, cheap. But they're not selling them cheap. Julie saw a pair of shoes today, £20, £25. She was absolutely mortified. When if she'd have paid an extra £3 or £5, she could have gone next door and bought them brand new. It was crazy. So I agree with her. I would rather pay that extra little bit and buy something brand new. And it's not to take away from, you know, the job that these people are doing. It's nothing to do with that. But charities are not there to rip you off. They're there to help those that are less able to afford other things. And you know me, I'm all for the underdog. Always have been, always will be. But at the end of the day, even if I wasn't, I still think, and I'm like thousands of other people that are now changing away from charities. And I'll just tell you this as well. I know for a fact that the charities, all of them, or most of them, have now got eBay sites. So they're selling, and I'll tell you what they do. They auction things off as well, so they're getting more money. They're selling things at set prices, so they're getting more money. Nobody knows they're buying them from a charity shop. It was only because I actually bought something, which was a little tiny miniature unit I bought from an eBay seller. And when I asked them to ship it, well, he said something about the shipping. Do you want it first class, or do you want to, you know, the 3 to 5 days, whatever you paid for it? And he said, he offered me the first class. That's what it was. He wanted to know if I wanted second class or first class. He said, second class will take 3 to 5 days, but first class, it'll be there tomorrow. And I just said, well, no, second class will do, love. I'm not in a hurry for it. And he said, well, it's just that the extra money would go towards, he said, we are a charity. And he worked for Age Concern, I think it was. And I went, oh, I said, well, I'll still have it second class, love. I'm sorry, but, you know, I don't need it. It's not an emergency. And I think I've paid for the item, which is you've got it free. I've bought it from you. And there you go. And he got right uppity about it. You know, there's many a time I've gone into somewhere, and I'll tell you, when you've said to me, one woman said to me in Crossgates, in one of the charities there where we live locally, and she went, well, don't shop in them then. And I said, excuse me, love, have you just realised what your attitude is towards a customer? And she was, yeah, but no one's asking you to come in here and shop. I said, the point is, lovey, you need a good attitude to be able to sell in the first place. Well, and I walked off and I had a handful of stuff and I ended up putting it down. And I said, well, there you go, love, you've just lost all of that. And she was kind of gutted, you could see by her face. But don't treat people with disrespect like that. I want your opinions on it. If you shop in charity shops, are they getting more expensive? I know a lot of people are saying they are. What do you think to them? Let's hear what your opinions are. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'm showing you what I bought today. I'm going to tell you what the prices were anyway. Well, I did buy this. Silly hole. Original markup price on this was £5, but of course it's been sat there for so long they've had to reduce it. And they reduced it down to £3.50. And then again they've had to reduce it to £3 because no one's buying it. People will not buy them. It might be like a cut glass. Might be. It doesn't matter. They got it for nothing. But that's a nice, a nice little thing for £3. I think, personally, it was worth paying that. Only because my mother used to collect cut glass. and it's just a nice item that you wouldn't get today. It is an old one. I bought this. Now, I didn't really want to pay the £2.49 that I did pay for it. So anybody who's, I mean, recently we've had somebody coming on saying about buying at charity shops, it's cheap, instead of letting people whack money on and charge you the earth, you know what I mean? Maybe you're not looking, or you're going with your eyes shut. Charities are not cheap, I'll tell you that now. And it's not as cheap as you think to go buying things. Yes, you can pick the odd thing up for 20, 30p, like doilies or whatever. But believe me, lovey, in certain areas, they're maybe not the same as in yours. It costs money to shop at charity shops these days. Now, this is metal. It's just, I want it for the wall, and what I'm going to do with it is paint it all white, or cream, and then do a display of flowers in there for my bedroom, shabby chic bedroom. But £2.49 just for that. I don't think it is metal, actually. I think it's like a pot. But I think it'll look nice when it's done. That's why I paid that for that. And I don't mind now and again giving a little bit more to a certain charity, because I know some don't rip you off. Now, I do collect spoons. I like spoons. And I found this fancy one. And this was £1. And I think for an ornate spoon like that, that's worth £1. Because don't forget, I do buy antiques and things like that, so... and then I saw this picture frame, a triple picture frame. And it is heavy. It's not cheap looking. You know... Parlane. I just thought they were really nice for the bedroom, so I'm going to do them up and then put some pictures of my grandchildren in my bedroom and put a new ribbon on. So that's those, and for those I paid £3.49. Now, I've bought things from charity shops like this and sold them on for £2 and £3, and I've sold them for £2 or £3 because I'd never charge any more. When I buy from a charity shop, you only pay what I pay. So I just get them because I think I don't want people to miss out on something. So that was not a bad deal at all. I found these tiny spoons. Like I say, I collect spoons, and I love these. And these are all from where my daughter's just been. Let me see. Thailand. I mean, these were £3, but there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 11 of them. They're quite heavy. And because I collect spoons, I was willing to pay that. Normally, I would pay about £1.50 for those at a car boot, if that. So that's those. I then found these cushions. And I like them because of the colour scheme. And I'm going to do them like that. I'm going to stick them all together. I'll do them up first and then stick them all together, and they'll go on the bed. But they were 49p each. So it didn't matter what the size was, 49p each. You know, you couldn't make them for 40. Well, you could make them for 49p, but it saves me doing that, and I can just alter them. So that was, for me, worth getting those. I then saw this, because I've been wanting to find something for my dressing table, for my earbuds, you know, like that. And I saw this, and this actually was cheap. This was at Sue Ryder, and this was £1.25. So I thought that was a good deal. And it's a nice little pot, just right size for earbuds, like that, and that will look cute sat on my dressing table. So that was a good deal. Then I found these two. Now, the only reason why I bought them was because I can see what I can do with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint them all in cream, or pink. I might be pink and gold. What are you doing, boys? Pink and gold. And then I will go over with the rub and buff in gold here. So the bases will be pink, the background, and all the raised areas of roses will be pink. Gold. So I bought that, the oval one for the dressing table, and then I saw the matching one to go with it, which was that one. And I just think that's a nice little set that's going to look nice on the dressing table. Or the side table, whichever. So yeah, I enjoyed my little bargains today. And that's going to be great. I'm going to put some like pink liquid in there. and then put a little ribbon and a flower or something on it just to decorate that up a little bit more. But I'm thrilled with what I bought. Now, that is all I bought because the shops we went in that we normally go in were way too expensive. They were asking a fortune for some of the stuff, and I'm not paying it. So let's know what your opinions are. If you've had an experience or you've managed to say something to someone and they've said something back to you, let us know. Let's share what we know. If you know where there's a decent one to go in, not that you want to tell anybody because you'll want to keep it yourself. I don't blame you. But, you know, just give us your experiences. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.